What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about Faraday Future. I want to go over some breaking news and what that truly does mean for Faraday. So I want to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, hopefully you guys do appreciate my no BS kind of attitude towards Faraday. I'm not here to influence you. I don't give two craps if you guys are buying, selling, holding. All I'm doing is interpreting the data. And largely that has resulted in me being somewhat bearish, right? Because Faraday on and off hasn't really lived up to expectations. But I am, and I do give credit when credit is due. So when this news did come out, and take note of the date because it is very important. So August the 27th. This was optimistic because I think Faraday has just had the wrong priority as of late. They keep chatting so much and doing videos on the whole bridge strategy. In fact, they even made a whole day about it, right? September 19th or 18th or whatever. But it's the UAE. The UAE is going to be that financing aspect that keeps Faraday alive. And I think a lot of people investing in Faraday don't realize that aspect. They just think, hey, the UAE is going to be that entity that kind of propels them higher, but they might not actually understand why, how, a lot of those kind of basic questions. And so essentially, YT did mention kind of at the beginning of the hype, saying that they were this close to bankruptcy. Luckily enough, the stock kind of skyrocketed. They were able to sell some notes, and that kept them afloat. So as I stated, like many times in the past, that whole hype kept Faraday alive. And it was just kind of a intermittent, so it was kind of just a short-term thing. The UAE, this is going to be that aspect that really propels them higher, assuming, again, Faraday management does everything that they say they're going to do. So the market didn't really like this news, and my apologies, I'm giving a little bit of context leading into kind of the news, but the market didn't really like this news because it wasn't concrete. It's just a lot of fluff. It's a position, like it could amount to absolutely nothing without a actual definitive agreement. And yeah, that's very justifying and very right. Again, take note of this date. It's going to come into play in a second. But I also, like I said, I always have to give credit when credit is due. For those of you that are on Twitter or X, whatever the hell, it's called follow 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗧. Very, very knowledgeable individual. I've leaned on him quite a lot for a lot of information associated to Lucid, and even in Faraday's case, he is very well connected in the region. So I did ask him, I think 2 months ago, about that business that 𝗪𝗧𝗛 kept talking about, that they built in the UAE and whatever else. And so I did a video, kind of called out 𝗪𝗧𝗛 because at the time they did form this. So Faraday Future AI EV Middle East FZCO. So that's a free zone company. And so this was formed February 27, 2024. Free zone company means that they intend on making no money. So I kind of called them out, said, hey, you didn't form the business that you basically said you were doing. And if anything, it kind of just looks like it's more of a, based on the description, which shows motor vehicles trading, auto accessories trading, just like kind of a holding company of sorts or a transition company. This was meaningless. And again, a free zone company means that it intends on not making any money. So this I wasn't that optimistic on, but I did ask 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗧𝗏 to run another check, and lo and behold, there is this right here that was formed August 26, 2024. Again, going back over to this point right here, 1 day prior. So it looks like they did actually set up a automotive assembly company, and that is called Faraday Future Middle East FZ LLC. The only bad thing about this new forming of a company is that it is still a free zone company. So it's not coded correctly. So it, based on this, it intends on making no money, but at least it does show automotive assembly. And this is where, in my opinion, this is just me speculating here, if they do form an agreement with a UAE entity, and that's most likely going to be this, so Master Investment Group right here, that they could kind of have a joint ventureship. Maybe that is going to be the moneymaker, and they'll just outsource business to this free zone company, possibly, or something like that. Again, that's kind of out of my realm of expertise. All I know is that the free zone company isn't necessarily a good sign, but at least they did form it very, very recently on August the 26th. So it shows something is happening behind the scenes, and that the UAE deal might be coming fairly soon. Again, this is why this individual's position probably was formed and announced on the date it was. So I'm not here to say that come Tuesday, Wednesday, that they're going to announce the UAE deal or whatever it's going to kind of have as an outcome, but at least they're working on something behind the scenes, because as I've stated in the past, I'm at the stage of just show me, but you need to prove me wrong, right? And so I think in general, they're moving in the right direction. Has my curiosity piqued definitely with this new entity. So what is your thoughts on this? Do you think that they're going to have a UAE kind of joint venture? Do you think that the UAE entity is just going to take over Faraday? Because again, Faraday did say and justified the raising of the authorized shares is to allow the UAE entity to kind of come in. I see that as BS, because that's not how it works by any means. If anything, it's just to accommodate more and more notes, but whatever. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it. They give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Link to that is in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.